Hello and welcome to another episode with me. Let's see. So, start off, I'm Kathy. This is Turnbull's Threads. If this is your first time watching this is a channel that basically talks about my crafting. A lot of it is knitting and cross stitch. So that is what you will typically see on here. This episode is actually an extra, so it's not one of my usual. I try and do monthly updates on what I've been working on over the last month. Most of the time it works out. So I live in Iowa and it is getting cooler here, but I just took a walk, so I am in short sleeves again while I'm inside. Let's see. I told you my name. I told you where I am. I told you what this is usually about, so let's talk a little bit more about what this is. So today I'm doing an extra. And I'm actually going to go through projects. So I got into cross stitch again recently. And when doing that, I've been basically building up my stash. So people on eBay or Facebook Market or like going to local thrift stores and seeing like what things they have. And getting it. And in the process of doing that, sometimes you get like large lots, like someone's trying to get rid of their mother's or grandmother's old crafting stuff, and so they're like, here, take this whole thing for X amount of money. And when they do that, you actually can find some treasures. You can find unfinished objects or unfinished projects or projects that have been completed. So I wanted to take the time to go through some of the unfinished and finished, mostly unfinished. There's only like one or two finished projects that I have saved. Well, that have come into my possession because I'm getting something else. But a couple of them I actually bought because I really enjoyed the actual product. So this is gonna show you what I have. And in addition to me showing you what I have, some of these, if you happen to recognize the pattern or like the style of what it is, because not all of this is cross stitch. A lot of it is, but there are a couple things that aren't. And if you recognize it, and I say, hey, I don't have a pattern, I have this thing, I would like to finish it, and you know what it is, feel free to let me know what it is down in the comment and like how to finish some of the, or like what materials I might need to finish it. Because I know I have at least one that I think is like an embroidery project that they started. I have the threads that are still in it, but I don't think I have any of the other threads that they were using for it, and I'm not, like, I have no idea what materials would be needed to finish this, and I do want to finish it. So if I have something like that and I say, please help, but without further ado, let's start talking about unfinished objects from other people. Okay, or finished. So actually the first one I have is one of the, I think, two finished ones that I own. So I found this at a local thrift store. They had a couple of other finished objects, but isn't that gorgeous? So the person, oh, no, I don't think it is finished. Or maybe it is. I don't know. You can see one side they've done back stitch for all of the red ones, and the other side they've done part of it, so maybe it's finished, maybe it's not. I'm gonna treat it like it's finished. On the back it has a bunch of like basting stitches on it, so I think think it's done. I'm considering it done. I don't think I'm gonna go through and add any more to it. But isn't that a cool little like vase thing? I need to figure out what to do with it, like how I'm going to fully finish this, because right now it's just like this. I feel like it would be a good motif to put on. So I do want to try and make some project bags. I think this would be a good one to like somehow incorporate into a project bag, but I don't know. Things to do. But yeah, isn't it so cool looking? Love it. So yes, the first one you get is a finish. When I got that one, that was a thrift store find. At the same time, I got this one, and I think I showed it on a previous episode, but I'm gonna show it again because it's gorgeous. So it's this one, which I think is an embroidery piece. I think it's, so I watched, whose was it? Charlie from, I'm blanking on her channel. Dun 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 dun. Charlie Neb. I'm blanking. She'll be linked below. Anyways, she does mostly embroidery projects. She doesn't really like cross stitch. And she's actually more of a sewing channel. But she went to England for Jacobean, I think, embroidery. And like the motifs remind me of that a little bit. And like it's a really neat way, like it's so cool. And I think the majority of it is finished because like the big pretty flowers are done, and I think mostly what's left is just like the leaf side of things, but it's like it's not fully finished, right? So you have all of that that's done, and then over here we're missing parts over here that need to get filled in, and then at the bottom we have some more background stuff that needs to get filled in, and a couple of things over here. So it's not done. I don't have a pattern for it. It came like this. I have minimal threads, so yeah, what I have thread-wise is what is pinned there. So that's all the spare I have. I don't know what they used. I don't even know like what it looks like. It might be like a wool acrylic. Thread, but I don't know. I have no idea. And I'm not entirely sure, like, if anyone has any ideas or like any resources for me to try and like look up some of these things, that would be wonderful. I do want to finish this. It's a gorgeous piece. I think it would be wonderful to finish. But yeah, I don't know. I am befuddled on where to go for it. So if anyone has any ideas on it, I would greatly appreciate them. Please put them in the comments. The next one I have is, I got a lot of things here, so I haven't actually pulled this one totally out yet, so I don't know exactly what it looks like. I know that there are needles and rust on here, so this is going to be a fun one to go through and do. Like, oh, okay. So they barely started this. So it's a stamped like runner, I think. Yeah. Yes, definitely a stamped runner. Okay, so they have a hoop down here and it has a couple of needles in it. One of them is rusted, so I definitely need to like take this stuff out and see about getting rust stains out of things. And I might need to also clean up, there's 2 other hoops that were in there as well. Oh, and look at that, there's a large stain at the very end. Huh. Okay. Yeah, so this is a project that someone barely started. Oh, I think it was someone's first one too. So the front doesn't look that great. Let's see. Will it focus in on it? Yeah. So the front doesn't look great. But when you turn it over and you check out the back, you can tell that like there's all kinds of knots. It's, yeah. Feel like this was someone's maybe like first project that they started and they're like, nope, forget that. So yeah, I've got to figure out what to do with this. I'm not sure if this is something that I will ever really want to finish, especially because the cloth has so much like staining on it and everything. I don't know. Something to think about. But I probably really do need to like go through here and see what is rusted and stuff, because it came with like all of this, right? So I think there's some needles in here. There's obviously 2 hoops. There's a number of things I need to check and see like what's rusted, what isn't. Clean it up. So yes, that is the next thing. So this one that I have here is a small. So it came in that container. And one of them is not started, but the other one, so there were 2 projects in here. So the first one isn't started, but the second one is. Yes, my camera is not focusing very well. So it's Merry Christmas, and I think that's supposed to be a teddy bear. No? I think that's supposed to be a reindeer. That's the picture I have. So I think this is a reindeer Christmas. And we've got most of the reindeer done and Merry Christmas done. So I think I can finish that. I think it's only like a couple stitches more and some back stitch. And then finishing. I really need to go through and finish some of my things so they don't end up like this too. The other one is not started in that set. So I think that was a lot as well. I got it for some of the other materials and that happened to come with it. Okay. This next one is a finish. It's this one. So it says, when God closes a door, he opens a window, and it's a picture of a window. It's a really cute, sweet thing. I don't think I'm going to add anything to it. I think it's fine the way it is. I just need to figure out how I want to fully finish this. So, yeah, I don't know. I need to get creative with these guys. The next thing I have is not cross stitch either. It is also something I believe that is fully finished. It definitely has a number of, so if people worry about their bags, like, that's their bag. It's quite messy. So don't feel bad. Other people also have very messy backs. But I think this one is finished. As far as I could tell, it's finished. I just need to figure out what to do with it. It looks like something that would make a really good like pillow cover. It's really gorgeous. Came in a bunch of random cross stitch supplies. But I really like the way it looks. And even better, I don't have to do anything for it because I think it's done. But yeah, I have to figure out how I'm going to finish it. Another one! And yes, I think this is a surface embroidery. It looks like a surface embroidery. I'm not an expert. There's that. So this next one is another, where did I get this project? I think cross stitch, thrifting. So it is started. It's on an old piece of linen, and they just started the border on it. They didn't get too far. So this is, I'm not going to show the pattern because it looks like they wrote it. Do I have a picture? I have beads that came with it and thread. So I think this is the picture of what it's supposed to be. So they've started the outside, I believe, border of it. And words, gentle posting, violet thread, summer song of children led. Cute. Got silk, that's on linen, back stitch. Yep. A really old one. So, but it came with, I think, all of the supplies to do it, so I'm not going to complain about that. So, project to finish. Another lot. This was not one that I went and got at a craft store, but it's called In the Garden, and it's Garden Angel. They have got most of it actually done. So there's the little angel, the flowers, the heart at the very bottom. They're just missing a little bit of back stitch for the words and the wings. And I think and the legs. Words, wings, and legs. And I think it is basically done. Although I do think that they did a color conversion on it, because the picture that I have and the actual one, like, this is a darker skin tone than the one on the picture, so I think this person did a color conversion on it. Nice. Cute. Well, I think it needs to get finished. And it's got an interesting finish idea. So, like, they did a banner, but instead of using, like, metalware, they used a little stick in order to be the thing across it. I don't know if they have any of those instructions on here. Doesn't look like it. But, neat. Cute. Same lot. I got a bunch of started projects from one lot. Not much. It's a very small project, and they just have kind of the bottom done on it. But it is going to be a mini treasure, and it's supposed to be home sweet home. So they have kind of the bottom of that one done. Cute. Looks like a very small project. And I think, yeah, it comes with a frame. It came with a frame too. So, what you need to fully finish it is, I think, all... Because it has that. It has the back. It has the cardboard back. Yeah, I think it has everything. You can fully finish it based off of that. Nice. Helpful. Another one that I think is mostly done. So some of this is a surprise to me as well. If you can't tell, I haven't really gone through this until I was like, that'd be a good idea to record the things that I am starting. Okay. So this is... I do like the pattern. Housework is unbearable with a little bear and housework. So this is called Trim and Wire. So it comes with a wire and it has trim on it, and I think they finished it. Like, it's got this piece and there's a little bear and it says unbearable. I'll have to check and make sure that like it's got everything done, but it looks like it might possibly. Oh no, there's like a little bit of backstitch that might need to get finished. Not bad. I can finish a little bit of backstitch. That one's cute. I think I'll do it. I don't know if I will put I might put the trim on there. We'll see. We'll see. It comes with, like I said, the wire for it, and then like that very 80s, 90s trim. It's there. But cool. That is a cute pattern. Let's see. This next one is a total surprise to me. I haven't opened it. I saw that it was stitched on, and that's like as far as I got on it. So, whatever this is, it's got the start of a kitty on it. Cute. And what is this? Okay. Kitty, I've got thread. Now what is it? Chart. Oh, this looks like a dimensions kit. Creative accents. True friend. So I can't show you a picture because I don't actually have a picture of it. Oh, that's cool. So it's supposed to be a dog and a cat on beside each other, and it goes, a friend knows all about you and still likes you. It's sweet. But in addition to having like the English words, they actually have the phrase, a friend knows all about you and still likes you. They have alternates for both Spanish and French. And I've never seen that before, so I don't know if this is an American sold one or if maybe they sold it somewhere else. I don't know. It's cool though. It's cute. I will definitely have to finish this one because that's kind of adorable. And it'll be a surprise for like what the things look like. Because I know the cat is gray and that's about all I've got so far. So I'll have to figure out what color the dog is. Maybe it's brown? I have all the threads, or at least some of the threads. Hopefully it's the right threads. Oh. Yeah, some of these are going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy the learning process on these guys. Okay. So this. Ooh, I do have a picture for this one though. So this next one was a thrift store find. I remember getting this one. And I think it was a kit at one point. But it's supposed to be, has a 1991 and it has like this neat blue cube. So that's what it's supposed to look like. I have the pattern. I have, I believe, all of the thread for it. I think there's a couple of specialty stitches in this one, so that'll be fun. Ooh. Hey, that's rusted. Fun. I did not check that. Huh. Well, if anyone knows how to get rust out of cloth, that would be wonderful. If you could give a comment to help me out, I would love that, because apparently I have at least 2 projects where this has happened. But anyways, so this person started and they did like literally 1 specialty stitch. So there is a star in the center there, and that is it. That is all that is finished on this project. So it does now have a rust stain in the center. So if anyone has any advice, that would be wonderful. I would greatly appreciate it. Yep, needles rusted a little bit. So we'll have to deal with that. But yeah, do I have a name for this pattern? I will tell you the name for this pattern if I can find it. Washing. I think it's something different. At least that is what shows up on this and is like what's on the insert, like this. So, something different. I guess that's the pattern's name. Neat. I will wait until seeing if people give me a hint on if they know how to get rid of rust before starting this, or I will potentially do some Googling myself. See if that helps. Interesting project. It is a little bit different. You don't often see like cubes like that, and it looks like it has a bunch of different specialty stitches to make it up. It's not really totally cross stitch, so that'll be fun. This next one that I have is a Heartstrings Heaven and Earth. So it came with the pattern, and it came with a mostly finished piece. So you can see they've done the sun and the moon at the very top. We've got a whale, an angel mostly done. They haven't gotten the berries at the top. We're done the back stitch for and God created the heavens and the earth. And we've got the start of the mermaids at the bottom and the start of the ocean. But a good chunk of it is actually done though. That's nice. I don't think any of the back stitches though. So, back stitch it is. But yeah, almost completely done. I'll finish that one. It is nice when someone has done most of the work for you, isn't it? So, yeah, fun surprise. that one was one that I bought by itself. I found the pattern and was like, oh my word, there's stuff stitched on it. I need to like save this. We'll see where things go, but at least take it. And if I don't want to, well, I like old things. I will probably finish it, but if I didn't super like it, at least pass it on to somebody. This next thing is, I believe, fully finished. And I don't think it's cross stitch. I think this is needlepoint, but I'm not sure. And it's not all the way. Okay, so a fun little owl. And you can tell here, well, in person you can tell. I don't know if you can tell there. There's a little jog because the last row on the right, is not completely done. Or if you're looking at it, I guess it would be the left directions. So they got most of the way up, and then I guess they ran out of yarn. I don't know that you really need more of it because it does look pretty well done by itself. But yeah, cute little owl. I think it's needlepoint. I don't know. If someone actually knows what it is, right? So you've got like areas that look like satin stitch. It's all half crossed and it's like a canvas. So I think it's a needlepoint, but I don't know. I have no experience with needlepoints. And it is an owl. So Amity, here's a bird for you. It looks like a very drunk owl, but he's kind of cute. And speaking of more projects, there are a lot that I have. We have about 30 minutes. Once again, something that needs some pretty intensive cleaning. I don't know that I can clean it though until after it's embroidered. I would have to make sure that whatever I embroider it with is color fast, because it's got designs like inked on it, right? I don't know if you can see, but there's like faint blue lines where the designs are inked on it. So if I wash it, those wash out. Yeah. Unlike the other one, it's just age stains. It's like old cotton, I think. Let's see, what does the tag say? Yep, 100% cotton. So old cotton. It started. There's a couple of threads that are put in, but not that much. It looks really pretty from the front. I don't know. I hope what they've put in is color fast, and if I can get in DMC, I think it's supposed to be color fast. So maybe if I use the DMC to finish it up, I can wash it and hopefully get rid of some of that like creasing age stains. I don't know. We'll see. A lot of this is like, I don't know. I picked this up. It wasn't supposed to be anything else other than that. So this next one, I actually know what type of craft it is. It's Crewel. Crewel, which I haven't done before. And it actually kind of looks like what the other stuff was done. So maybe it's Crewel, not, which I guess is an embroidery. So it came with this really neat hoop. Gold oval hoop. So that's the picture. It's a really short, small one. And it is, I believe, seagulls. Oh, it says frame included. I don't see a frame, so I don't know that they have the frame actually still included. I think, though, I do have all of the threads. So this one actually has thread with it and a pattern. So I'm doing better than some of my other projects that I managed to find. So I bought it really for the hoop. I saw the hoop and was like, oh, yep, taking that. And now I have something in the hoop, so will I finish it? Maybe. We'll see. It looks like it's fairly small and like most of it is already done, so why not? But yeah. Interesting. I don't think I have too many more projects. I think there's only like 3 or 4. So if you've been watching this and been like, oh my word, she's so many things we don't know. Yes. You are almost done. You didn't have to watch this. So this one here is very heavy. And Paragon Needlecraft. Creative Cruel Stitchery, Giant Bouquet. So I have instructions, and I think I have all of the yarn for this too. Or thread, or whatever it is. So this, whoever was working on this one, like, it is almost done. It is impressive how much they have finished of this. There's like a couple of spots where it needs finishing, but look at that. Look at this. It is so big. It's very, very heavy. So beautiful though. Like, just, it's gorgeous. And they only have a little bit left. Like, this section here, I think, is pretty much the only stuff that is left to do. And like a couple of the centers of a couple of flowers. But I think everything else is done. And it is pretty heavy. But look at it! It's so cool! Let me see. Can I get the whole thing in? Yes, I can. If I hold it way back here, you can see the entire thing. Look at it! Isn't it gorgeous? Yeah, this was one that I found, like, got in one of those large things where they're like, I'm getting rid of all of this, like, craft needlework stuff. Have it. I saw it. I got it, I think, because there was a bunch of DMC and a couple of hoops. But it came with this, and I am not objecting to this at all. It's really cool. I like it. I need to figure out how to finish it, but I think it actually came with everything. So, doing better than some of my other projects there. Okay, I have 2 left. 2. So this next one is barely started. Not as bad as the something different pattern, but pretty close. So this is the project. So it is, is there a needle in here? There is a needle in here. Huh, there's a very bent needle in there, but there is a needle in there. Interesting. Okay, now that I can open it the full way, you can see it. So this is a quilt block. So it came in a thing. There are 18-inch quilt squares, and the note that came with it was 10 unfinished panels, 1 panel started. That feels wrong. Maybe it is, maybe they counted it correctly. I would think that they would have to, I don't know. Another one that I don't know a ton of. Granted, I didn't start it, so there's also that. So it is obviously a cross stitch quilt block. There's a number of them in here. You could go through and do the, I think that the little pale lines are like where you're supposed to actually quilt it, and then the X's are where you're supposed to put the cross stitch. This person did too. I need to read instructions on this one to see what's up with it. And probably recount and see exactly how many quilt squares, because they said 10 unfinished. But it feels like there's more than that. I don't know. Because each package supposedly contains 6. But I have a bunch of quilt squares. So, I have started quilting, so it's not outside the realm of possibility for me to do this. We shall see, we shall see. So that brings me to my final unfinished inherited project. So this last one, I don't remember where I got it or how I got it. I think it was probably a thrift store find. A lot of these were a number of these were thrift store. So this is so I have the chart and I have thread for it. So I'm off to a good start. Oh, that's cute. So the pattern is say yes to adventure. Or say yes to new adventures, which, yes. And it's got like a little caravan and a hot air balloon on it. It's really cute. So they started it and they got some of the backstitch done and they said yes. And that's as far as we got. We said yes to them. We didn't get too much further. We've done some of the backstitch, although they did a bunch of the backstitch before they did any of the cross stitch. Huh. Interesting. I don't think they read the instructions. Oh well. That's okay. I can finish this. That one's actually kind of a cute one. I think I will do that one. And then they finished it in a hoop, and I have a bunch of extra hoops now. So if you watch some of my previous ones, you'll see that I typically do not make my projects all nice and pretty before I show them. They get shown in the hoop as it is on this channel. Because I am lazy and I'm not going to iron and everything. Go those of you who do, Allison. But because I don't, you actually see like what hoops I'm using. So Stephanie from Cross Stitch the Globe has an episode a while back that I'll try to remember to link to, and it shows like old vintage hoops, and that's actually what I've been doing a lot of my stitching on because I do enjoy them. They are actually, I prefer them to most other hoops. But I am also of the opinion a hoop is a hoop. So I don't really want to get rid of any of them, but I do have some cheap craft ones that I'm like, I have enough hoops now. I have hoops, I have a knockoff Q-snap, I have a number of scroll rods, scroll frames that I use for different specific projects. I don't need these, like I have a good number of knockoff craft hoops, so I can use them to actually finish this. because this one, the picture showed it finished in a hoop, and I think that would be a great way to do it. And then I can take it to work and add more to my work decor. Run out of places here at home, take it to work. That's what you do, right? Anyways, let me check. Yes, that is the last of the things that I found that were started by someone else that I have in my possession. Some of them are finished, as you can tell. I think there's like 2 or 3, maybe 4 things that someone else had finished that I now have. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with them. If people have ideas on what I can do to finish off some of these, like, feel free to put them in the comments. I know I'm thinking about putting some of them on bags. I don't really want to frame a ton of them. I do want to try and get out of framing things, but I might, like, pillows are an option. Bags. Maybe, like, flat folds. I could make... So I have a bunch of knitting needles for clover bamboo knitting needles, and I don't have anywhere to put them. They're currently like in this big box with their big plastic container with kind of divisions in it, and that's where I've kept them. But it's not really helpful when you're looking for certain sizes. So I might be able to, like, I could make my own needle organizer, because I have a number that do have needle organizers and they're wonderful and I love them. So maybe for those interchangeable needles I should make my own needle organizer, and then I could use some of these for that. Ideas. So many ideas. Hey, if you have ideas for me that I haven't rambled off already, feel free to let me know. Other than that, I enjoyed going through the things that I had from other people. I guess encourage you, if you see lonely needlework in the great beyond, feel free to rescue it. Give it a new home. Someone will enjoy it, I think. And I hope you enjoyed kind of going through some of the things that I have found / bought over the last almost a year now. I started doing this again really up in January, so I'm almost at a year. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see pictures of things that I'm working on, feel free to go over to Instagram and follow me there. And other than that, have a great day, have a great weekend, have a great week. See you again, hopefully in 2 weeks, when I update you on all of the things that I have been working on. And maybe some of these projects will show up there too. We'll find out. In other words, see you later. Bye!